Welcome back, friends. It is 17th of April and it's a beautiful day. It's morning, about 9 o'clock, and I thought, let's do the April garden tour. I cannot stop staring at these beautiful fruit trees. It's right in front of us. This is a quince. It's coming to flower. Behind that pink flower is the crabapple. Behind the crabapple, the huge white blossom is the cherry. These two here next to the potting shed is eating apple. One of our best eating apple on the homestead. How glorious is that? Okay, let's start the garden tour by the raised beds. I am loving my new raised beds. Still haven't done nothing to the fruit cage, jungle, but it's the loganberry. It's absolutely covered, hundreds of flower buds. So fingers crossed that we're gonna have another marvelous year. This raised bed in here, I was gonna put the rhubarb in, but it's too late now. So I need to put some homemade compost because at the moment it's only the topsoil I filled it with. So we need to add some goodness to it. This should be my medicinal raised bed, but at the moment it's full of, I think I still need to remove some of these garlic because it's overpowering now. The echinacea's coming back, but it's you know, it's surrounded by this garlic. You can see them. I think it's a marshmallow or common mallow, mullein coming up. So yeah, I've got 2 strawberry beds. I was hoping I can have 3 this year, but I just didn't have a time to do it. So I think it's gonna stay 2 for this year, but they are now in flower. Still need a bit of an attention. Still need to weed it around. That middle bit what looks like missing patch, that's where I removed some of the runners and planted over here, and this looks amazing now. It's nearly filled it all up. I've got 3 in fact, blueberry with strawberries as well. We have got several cooking apple in here. There is one in the back, it's eating apple, and the one in an apiary, it's beautiful eating apple, and that huge tree behind the apples are the walnut tree, and on the far left it's the chestnut, horse chestnut, and these small trees, I've got 3 pear, cherry and apricot, the small ones, and then the sycamore tree and the pine tree area behind it. So this is the raised bed where I was hoping to transplant some strawberries, but I've decided to have carrot, beetroot and parsnip. Carrot and the parsnip isn't up yet, but the beetroot is. The beetroot is now nicely coming up. And I am now harvesting the asparagus. We had a few harvests and it's still coming up nicely. So I think we're gonna have a good few more weeks on asparagus. Horseradish and rhubarb. At the moment the rhubarb doing amazing because the horseradish is not tall enough to overtake. And we've just harvested this lemon balm. I'm gonna make tea. But we already made the first rhubarb crumble. And I'm gonna make another one very soon. So I don't think so. We go to the fruit cage. It's no point. I cannot get in. But at the moment it's looking really good. We'll see how it goes. And that's the garden. I have tidied up most of the garden now regarding weeding. Only the paths now needs doing. What I'm gonna do with the paths, I am just actually kind of making where the paths are gonna be. So I'm gonna have a long path in here. I'll weed and put wood chippings. I'm gonna put weed and wood chippings on each path. So by the next tour, this should be beautifully visible which one's the path and which ones are the bed, because at the moment you can't really tell. But yeah, it's not much happening in here. Few things from last year. Parsnip, surprisingly, was delicious when we roasted it, so we still got 2 rows of parsnip left. And the carrot, okay. Leek, brilliant. The poached eggplant, it's gonna come to flower soon. And still got some onions from last year, what we're gonna harvest as we need now, because I've just literally run out of fresh onions from last year. So whenever we need it now, it's either the freeze dried, still got loads, or I'm gonna grab, because now they actually come into flower. So if I pinch this out, that will stop it a little bit, but I will have to harvest this now. Okay, lovely. Moving along, the weedy path that's where I need to have to weed this path as well and put wood chippings all along. That's gonna be the job for me the next couple of weeks. This is the Charlotte second early potato, as well with all the volunteers. I try to cover it up because we are expecting frost the upcoming week. Starts from tomorrow, and the frost will kill the potatoes. These beautiful leaves that will wilt. It will come back, so it's not completely kill it, but it's just, you know, they need more time to recover. Garlic, looking amazing. In this hoop, I keep changing my mind whether to have beans or peas, but it's gonna be one of them. And the garlic inside. That's just what come back every year. I keep saying the same. Onion is looking brilliant. I am really happy with this onion here. Absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this variety, the Senshui. Sorrel, just harvested some yesterday, make sorrel sauce. Sorrel's doing brilliant. Look at some of these leaves. Oh, wow, look how big. Amazing. So yeah, the sweet corn patch in here, we still need to sow the sweet corn and the squash. That will happen next week. Herb garden now looking really pretty after I worked on it. This area needs a bit of an attention, and I'm probably gonna put some flowers in here. I've not decided what flowers yet. These are the gladioli. They're gonna give us a nice display, and I'm probably gonna use it as a cut flower. Tulips are now going over this side. Broad beans looking really good inside the tunnel. That's another few rows of flowers. The daffodil, that Tahiti daffodil didn't show on a display this year. But this tulip is now star of my veg garden. They are so beautiful. Oh wow. I've decided to put the shallots along in here in this first early potato. The white noabim. Lupin. Put this in last year and it's looking amazing. And the gladiola is coming up here as well. The daffodil didn't show display here neither this year. I've got these two raised beds. I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in here. One on this side, one over there. And another tunnel. This is mixed with, I can see some of the last year's leftover onions, but I'm gonna probably harvest first. And on the end over there, there are the same variety Senshui, looking good. And some here as well. What probably, I'll give this to the animals, these two beetroot leftover. We'll harvest these red onions very soon. Look at this volunteer potato, looking brilliant. And a garlic, an elephant garlic, is looking fantastic. So we're definitely gonna make lots of, I'm thinking this year to make with, because they don't last so long. After a good few months, probably till Christmas, we can have it fresh. And then I'm probably going to mince and freeze some in like ice cube trays, or freeze dry and make garlic powder. With half of this outside bed, it's got shallots in them. And over there, the last year's onion. With this bed, this is honestly, I was gonna plant the potatoes in here and it grew potato on its own. The whole, if I would not touch this, this would give us an amazing potato harvest from last year, what I left behind. But the frost might kill this now, what is a shame. But this was, so first it was the potatoes, the main crop potatoes last year. And then for the winter we had the purple sprouting broccoli in here, but I'm still harvesting. We just had it yesterday with the roasted sweet chili and barbecue lamb. It was delicious. But now the one what's gone to flower, I keep it for the insects. The bees, bumblebees love it, and gradually just taking it to the animals. And the good ones, we still eat it. And after it all cleared out in here, then we can harvest something. Look at this beautiful lettuce, self-seeded. I've not put this lettuce in here and it's ready to harvest. Fantastic. I absolutely love how the garden can grow a garden produce itself for you, especially with my homemade compost, you know. The down thing is like, you know, you kind of got all sorts in your homemade compost what you don't want. But I just kind of love that. I don't know. I don't mind that my homemade compost is gonna have lots of seeds and grow its own garden sometimes. That's the only thing I didn't get to it yet. So the brassica cage, as you saw, the plants now, the kohlrabi, cabbages, cauliflower is really ready to come out. And this now goes to the goats and the chickens. They love it. And I'll give a good weed. I've got a couple of hours work in here and give it a good rake. In the middle I'll put probably a row of, like a path of wood chippings, and on both sides we're gonna plant the brassicas. And just like that, we've done our April garden tour. So nice. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I am worried now, and I'm thinking, what shall I do to protect my produce because of the upcoming frost? It shows -1. For me it's gonna be more -4 degrees Celsius in here, because it's always lower what it shows. And there is lots of 2 degrees what is gonna be frost for me. The next 10 days, especially tomorrow, shows at the moment the worst. Tonight, tomorrow. I am thinking to do something with the, just cover, maybe put straw over the strawberries and some fleece. I can't do much with all these fruit trees because I've just got too many. I've got 2 crop candle left. Might put that out. But it is what it is. I was so excited because we didn't have frost for weeks and weeks. That's why my fruit trees are the best ever been since we're here in Homestead the past 7-8 years. And those volunteer potatoes as well, you know, because that would have just gave us a very early harvest. I would say May, early to mid-June harvest. But I can't stop myself worrying. I keep saying every year, it is what it is. I'm gonna focus on a good ones. But for me, it's our food. I am not shopping in supermarkets, only if it's necessary stuff. So this is for me, you know, the food for a year. So I worry, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do worry when from mid to April to mid-May frost hits the homestead, because that's the most crucial time. That's when sometimes I just can't protect things or can't do much to save my beautiful harvest. But well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in my garden, showing you around the April garden tour, and see you very soon. Bye friends!